With our bags packed and passports in hand, we hit the road to England. This was to be the possible last Christmas with my father. Full of dread and trepidation for the upcoming travel, onward we pushed to Copenhagen International Airport. I hate flying at the best of times, but coming off of what I now have come to realise could have been the first possible dose of coronavirus infection in Europe, I was in a bewildered, disconnected and panicked state of mind. Constant thoughts of a jihadi terrorist attack, the certainty of the plane malfunctioning and dropping from the sky like a stone, or a fire in the cabin from someone's exploding Samsung Galaxy smartphone. They all seemed like viable and certain events that would surely be unfolding on this short plane ride to Manchester. Thankfully, all was well and we landed safely in the UK. Using the shambolic British Rail, we traversed the wastes of northern England on this bleak Saturday in late December. As you would expect this close to the festive season, the train was packed with scores of drunk, scantily clad men and women. The air was thick with the aftertaste of alcohol, everybody wild with the anticipation for the night of drinking ahead. We arrived safely in Darlington in the depths of night. My father picked us up from the train station.
Guten Morgen.
Come on.
So,
What is that? Dance it.
After a wonderful night's sleep, we awoke to a grey and miserable December morning. It feels so strange to be back in the family home after so long, especially now I have a young daughter. I am constantly reminded of my childhood. We were the first to arrive at my parents' and spent a couple of days alone before the arrival of the other family members.
Oh, look, he looks like Sherlock Holmes. You get a new one. The new belt, yeah.
Ej. Ja. Flot. Er du klar? 1, 2, 3, nu!
My father had recently been diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. It was strange to see him looking so weak and subdued. Throughout his life he has been so full of energy and vigour, and I have never been able to keep up with him. Despite this, he seemed happy and in good spirits, given the bleak situation.
Hello! Hey Lisa! Oh, good to see you.
Second to arrive was Lisa, who had travelled by plane, narrowly beating Magdalena, who had sped through the country's wild labyrinth of motorways below her in her speedy new automobile. Johanna was the last to arrive, with her wild offspring in tow. Christmas Day rolled around. We all reminisced on the wonderful times we had growing up in a spiritual Christian cult overlooking the River Severn in Gloucestershire. It was my duty to cook the turkey, even though I made sure my mother bought a probe thermometer so as the turkey would be extremely moist. In true fashion, I bungled the timing and the turkey came out dry and woody. No one seemed to complain, even if it was like eating a plate of fibrous tree bark. Every day bled into one another at Christmas. The whole family cooped up inside the small house, the bitter weather outside, nerves frayed and tensions rising inside. We were all happy to finally go our separate ways. As we left, once again my pulse started to raise at the thought of having to get myself inside a flying tin can and fly over the North Sea. Luckily, the journey went as smooth as possible and we arrived back in Denmark.